Hello FlossTube Stitchers. Let's shake this up a little bit today and start with fabric, just to get it out of my way. These were new fabric colors that were available through one of the distributors. They're all Zweigart. The first is a 25 count Lugana with a boring name, medium blue, but I guess it's appropriate. And I just pulled 826. I think there might be a few other blues, 334 maybe, that would be a better match, but I didn't have a skein in stock. So I just pulled this off of the DMC color card. But this color reminds me of the blue that Priscilla and Chelsea dye. So I thought this was a really good addition to our fabric selection. The next one is 36 count. It's called Magical Gray. I must admit that when I first saw it, I thought it kind of looks brown. But when I started matching it up with floss colors, I guess I changed my tune a little bit. Doesn't it look a little brown? But I matched it up to Weeks Dye Works Coal and Classic Colorworks Black Coffee, so that if you had either of those in your stash, that might help you decide what color it is in real life. Let me put it next to 20 count Black Ada, which is the third fabric I'm showing you, just so you can see what it looks like next to black. So it kind of does look like a grayish brown, but I'm sure it'll be really pretty for a lot of projects. Not too dark. Alrighty. And then the only whip that I've been working on for a couple nights is Heinz's Java Junkie. And I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm actually using the fabric it calls for, which is 28 lamb's wool Joblin, using all of the DMC called for colors except for the coffee cup. And I changed it to blue because we just recently picked out backsplash tile. And so I thought if I'm going to keep the coffee stuff in the kitchen, I'd like it to match maybe. The turquoisey green color is really pretty, but just doesn't go in my house. So I used the gradation of color to pick out the blue. I have had a few mishaps because there are mistakes in the chart that aren't immediately obvious when you're stitching. For example, the handle of the coffee cup is mislabeled. So unfortunately, I already tied under all my threads. So now I have to take little pieces and go back and finish the handle. The middle swirl was messed up, and one of the coffee beans is charted in the wrong color. So I've really had to give it a good look before I proceed with the rest of it to make sure there aren't any more charting errors. But I'm having fun with this. This was 3 nights of work, so I think maybe 2 or 3 more nights and that'll be finished. And I kind of have a coffee theme going here. For a while, I've been collecting the coffee charts with the idea of doing a display on my island and doing some smaller things for a tiered tray. We don't really have a whole lot of wall space in our kitchen, but we do have a breakfast nook that has the sliding glass doors that go out to the backyard. So that's kind of open to the kitchen, and I think some of these things would look good on those walls as well. So remember, no talkie before coffee. I'm going to do this one that's in one color, and the designer had chosen Tatanka. And I had a few fabric colors in my stash or in stock at the store that I thought would work. I thought, well, I should use a coffee color, right, to kind of fit along with the theme. But I wanted to wait until the background came, the backing board, I don't know what to call it. It's not actually a frame. But I ordered this from New York Dreamer, the designer, her Etsy shop, and her husband makes these. Now, the last time I looked, there weren't any there, so just keep checking back if you want one of these. But I wanted to wait for it to come so that I could choose the brown color appropriately. So this is what it looks like. You could use it either way. It's finished very nicely on both sides. But as you can see, there's no easel, there's no hanger or anything. She shows it on a ready-made easel on the front of her chart, but I suppose this could go on the wall if you put some hardware on the back. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But anyway, I was really excited to get this. It was $45. And at the same time that I was ordering, I noticed that she had these little coffee cup thread cards, and these were $5. So I ordered those at the same time, and I think they're so darling. I don't usually spring for some of this fun stuff for myself, especially when it's full price and not wholesale. But I must admit, I'm a little disappointed at the weight of paper that was used. I see problems with maybe some of the steam curls being bent, or maybe the top not being reinforced enough to use. But anyway, they're really cute. I'm sure I'll use them for one of my larger coffee projects. And it was just really fun. Just some retail therapy that day, I guess. So I will be starting that probably next week. But here's just one example of a potential, let's put this back on the, I'll use the same board over here. You can see that there's a lot of different browns to choose from, and Tatanka is probably not the one I'm going to choose. And I may not use this fabric, but I'll just lay it all out, all of the choices of fabric and fiber, lay it out on a sunny day where I can see everything clearly, pick something and just start stitching. And I love one color projects, so I think that'll go really quickly. So that's that. Then we have a new shop model. Yes, it's Halloween. Raise your hand if you know who stitched it. Yes, it was Marlene. So she picked this up from the framer along with a few Halloween pieces yesterday. No, I said that wrong. A few Thanksgiving pieces, which I very nicely let her take home, and she will bring those back after that holiday, so I'll show them to you later on this year. But since she wasn't going to use this, she was just going to put it in her bin of Halloween pieces. I confiscated it. This is Halloween Goodies from Madame Chantilly, and she stitched it on 32 count Vintage Stormy Night. So I think that's really cute, and I love the little fillet that they chose to go inside to make it just a wee bit fancy. All right, and then I guess what's left to do is other new stuff, so I'll start with the charts. This is a country, no, I always say that wrong, Cottage Garden Samplings Christmas delivery for $10. I love that gray. What did she use? Oh, Alchemy by Picture This Plus. That looks really pretty. Then she has another one called Snow in Love, also done on Alchemy. Too bad that fabric is taking so long to come. I guess if you really wanted it and couldn't get it anywhere, you'd have to just hold this project until next winter. And then number 11 in their monthly series for $9 is Turkey Day. Then Country Cottage Needleworks came out with their last sampler of the month, December. And a new chart, Greetings from the North Pole, that is an all-in-one, not a series. Hands-On Design sent us Bottle and Brush Tree Farm, which when I first saw it, I thought maybe this was going to be a series of ornaments, but it doesn't say anything in the email, so I think it's just a standalone chart. And you know she collects bottle brushes, so I thought that was really cute. And then Coastal Holiday was a retreat piece that she did last year. I think they had to do it by Zoom. And it was meant to coordinate, I think, with the flamingo ornaments. And then there's the box that you can kind of keep them in when you're not using them, and maybe fill it with greenery during the holidays. And that's 14, and you get the 4 designs in there. Heart and Hands Auto included A Very Merry Christmas for $8.50. And usually these, yeah, I can't show it to you, but it includes a little star charm. And We Santa 2021 for $8.50. What is in this one? Oh, this includes the gold beads. Where are the gold beads used, you ask? I don't know. Where are they used? The star is, I can't find them. So anyway, I'm sure you'll figure it out if you stitch it. Christmas Tiny Town, which you can do 2 ways, as a drum or as a framed picture. This is 13. And the embellishments for this are the snowflake buttons. There you go. Leela's Studio, Bless Us, which I feel I have to do this for my dining room. That can stay out all year, not just for Thanksgiving. That was 13. And then Cocoa Cafe from Little House Needleworks for $9.50. They just had an increase in their chart price. And Rudolph's Sampler. And then Primrose Cottage Stitches has Welcome Winter. And that's $6.50. I like their display with the candles. That looks so nice. All right, then Romy's Creations, O and P in their Halloween alphabet for $14. Silver Creek Samplers. I've never had them all in at the same time, but I decided there was no sense in waiting any longer. I'm just going to show the few that I have right now. This was from Market at the end of August. And I've just sold some, and hopefully I'll remember which ones I showed you, and I'll show the rest next time. Beg Your Pardon, which I'm sure cat people understand. I love the little mouse eating the cheese. Okay, Follow Your Heart. This is actually a little stitching design. Really pretty colors. And Founding Promises. Then there was an auto from Brenda at With Thy Needle and Thread. A Winter's Day Visit is a stocking. But you know, I bet you could figure out how to do it as a tall rectangular design by just leaving that off and filling in that to make it rectangular. This has not been as popular a pattern as the other ones that came in at the same time, and I think that's why. I think people just don't want to do the stocking. Or maybe they don't want to stitch that much white. That could be it too. Bells of Christmas for $12 has those 2 designs in the chart. Cup of Christmas Cheer, which this is actually not available right now because I pulled this out of somebody's bag. They were waiting for some other merchandise to come in. So I'll have to reorder this one. I think that was the most popular one. Well, besides the snowball, because I got double the amount of these. So there are actually 7 designs. So there's 3 on the front and 2 on the back and 2 more inside. Love these. Love these. And then she had a big chart came out, Redbird Sampler. All right, and that leads us into the larger charts. The next few are from the Calico Confectionery. And let's see, her name is Marcy Pashong. I think I tried before and I really couldn't find a whole lot of information about her. But anyway, I love her designs. I feel like I want to do everything. And I don't even know who she is. This is called A Joyous Autumn, And at first I thought that was fabric, but that is stitched. And I'm just loving that. I know that's a lot of stitching, but still. So cute, such a cute pattern. This is called Autumn Gatherer, and there's also a patriotic one. Fall most of all. I'm definitely getting this one. Happy Christmas Sampler for those of you that like pin cushions or one color designs or both. And then she shows a little ornament with just one of the little motifs, so that's a cute idea. In all things give thanks. Yes, please. Look at the squirrels. Little Green Hilda. And Spooky Halloween. I actually had these before Halloween, but because last week's video was a little bit different, I ended up not showing any new charts. Okay, and then Cross Stitch Wonders, they do a lot of reproduction from original artwork, and this is by Black Cats Media. It's called Life Begins After Coffee. And the coffee bean fabric you can get at Stitchery Express. It's an exclusive from Fabric Flair for them. I may have to get that too for my coffee collection. All right, and then this is a new company to me that I found on ICG Crafts, which is a print-to-order distributor, and it's called Dear Suki Crafts. And her website would not open up for some reason today, but I did find her on Facebook, and she's from Canada, and she has some really cute designs. I only got two, Autumn Season and Winter Season. So I'm going to give you your choice of winning one of these charts. Just tell me whether you like autumn or winter best, or if you like them equally as well, which I might have to say there's a lot of advantages to winter. I guess if I were really pressed, I'd have to say autumn, but there's a lot of fun things to do in winter, and it's so pretty when there's new fall and snow. But anyway, tell me which one you like best, and you'll be in the drawing for that one or both of them. Does that make sense? All right, and then Happiness is Heart Made had a Christmas, well, it says Christmas, winter snowman. But I really don't think that's Christmassy. I think he would be a beautiful addition to my snowman family, and I would leave him up for 6 months because I do live in the Cleveland area. Then Imaginating had a new one from Ursula Michael that has all the words that are so clever. Let's frog. No, let's not. But it's so cute. And then I got these bags a little while ago, but one color is still on back order, so I didn't show you the first chart that came. But this is from Shepherd's Bush, and it's called Stitch, and it's on an It's So Emma bag, but the green ones are still on back order. Obviously, they were the most popular because it's what this chart was shown on. But at the time, I ordered all three colors because I assumed they would have more charts. So Scary was the next one that came out. And that was done on the gray plaid bag. And I'm assuming the next one is going to be Christmas because they also had a red one. So if you're interested, the bags are 15, the charts are 8, and we will cross our fingers that the Christmas one will come soon, because that would be a really great gift that you could actually get done because you didn't have to do any finishing on the bag. Okay, I think that's probably all I have to talk about today, except to tell you that the winner of the 2022 Book of Days is Sue Dial. Now, I've occasionally kept track of my stitching Years ago, I was stitching a very large gift and I wanted to keep track of the hours, and it actually was kind of depressing to see how little you got done in an hour and how many hours were really into this one gift. So I never, well, I think I did it a few times, but I got out of the habit of doing that because I didn't really want to know how many hours it took for one project. When I got my iPad a number of years ago, I started in my notes section app, whatever you want to call it. I started keeping track of what I stitched each year so that I could see. It was kind of like a encouragement for the next year to stitch even more than I did the year before. But you can kind of tell when one year I fell off the wagon and didn't stitch as much. But I've never really kept track in a planner like that. A lot of you said the same thing. You either just used a notebook or jotted things down, and that maybe you were sorry after all these years to not have a good record, especially of what you stitch for other people. I also have the habit of not taking a picture. And I recently found some old photos of gifts I had given for baby showers and wedding showers and things like that years ago. And the photographs have not held up well, even though they weren't exposed to light. But they're terrible pictures now. And so I kind of wish I had another kind of a record. Anyway, Sue, I hope you enjoy your calendar and maybe send me a photo sometime of a month that you enjoyed decorating. So I guess that's it. I will have a video next weekend, but the weekend of the, let's see, it would be Sunday the 21st. That is the weekend that we'll be getting my parents ready to move into senior living. The actual move date is Monday the 22nd. So unless I can get something else together and put up that weekend, there probably will be no video. Just to give you a little warning so that you're not waiting up for it. I probably won't do one that weekend. And then the Thanksgiving video, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. We might just be having Thanksgiving at my parents' new place. And I don't have that many Thanksgiving models because people asked if I was going to do a Thanksgiving shop tour, and a lot of models just went home yesterday. And the other ones are mine, and I usually take them home. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but I'll try to put something up Thanksgiving weekend that's related to that holiday. Okay, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Wait, is this Marsha's company? Yes. Some of the designs are hers, some of them aren't. Wait, I don't know.